What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 5 of Rebel Roundtable, the first official podcast of the Rebel Sports Network here at UNLV. I'm your host, Maile Palacios, here with my co-host, Thomas Gabo.
Yeah, we're back. This week it's Halloween. Ready for a fun episode. And we're joined by Bryce.
What's going on, guys? Happy to be on. Great time to be a sports fan. We got the only sports equinox of the year today, so I'm looking forward to that. What a time to be a Rebel sports fan.
So this week we will be going down through the MLB, the only 2 games of the week, which was game 1 and 2 of the World Series, going into the NFL weekend recap, a little bit of the NBA, our small list of UNLV athletics, and then UNLV football and what we hope came from the bye. So, Thomas, do you want to get us started on the game 1 of the World Series?
Sure. The Blue Jays won 11-4 against your LA Dodgers. Addison Barger propelled them to a 1-0 series lead. And Bo Bichette's back. He's playing second base. He looks pretty good out there defensively. And, Blake Snell versus Trey Yasovich.
We know. No, we're good. Yeah, we got that. No, we know.
22-year-old demon. He's holding it down over there for the Blue Jays.
So, the Dodgers were in the lead at first, and Kike had an RBI for Teoscar Hernandez to score in the second inning. And then the third inning, Will Smith had an RBI for Mookie to score. And then Dalton Varsho tied with a 2-run home run in the fourth, and then Snell was taken out. And what do you think, Bryce? Do you think that was a mistake on the Dodgers' part?
I don't think Snell had it in Game 1. A lot of the playoffs he'd been dominating, particularly in the NLCS. And then just kind of, the Blue Jays are known to just kind of work and lean on pitchers. And that's exactly what they did to Snell. Got the bases loaded in that inning where they eventually pulled Snell. And then you got to see the Dodgers bullpen, which has been something that all Dodger fans, including myself, have been fearing.
Yeah. I agree that Snell wasn't at the best that he could have been, but when you have Sheehan and Banda right behind him,
I don't think Sheehan should have came in for that relief.
I don't think so either.
Because he was a starter and then switched to a reliever. But
I think they were trying to do the same thing with Roki. They're like, oh, if we could transition Roki from a starter into a closer, and then no, please no. What do you think?
Sheehan was throwing good at the end of the year. Obviously, was starting and just hasn't seemed to have been able to find the rhythm in the playoffs coming out of the bullpen. I think he's given up a run in 3 of his 4 outings. So he's definitely outside of the circle of trust for now, I would say.
Yeah.
Right, but they had to take Blake Snell out. He was at 100 pitches through 6 innings. But, somebody on the bullpen has to hold it down. But that really doesn't matter because they won Game 2. Right?
Yeah, but before we get to Game 2, I just want to stress my dislike for Anthony Banda. I feel like – no, don't laugh because here's the thing. I feel like a lot of Dodgers women fans specifically will back Banda up just because he's conventionally attractive. I don't think so. My mom, I know you're listening to this. He's not attractive to me. And he's not good. So I don't think we should be continuing to back up Banda because a grand slam in the World Series, also Toronto's first ever grand slam in the World Series.
Came at the perfect time, though.
Yeah, it did. Not for us, though. And then for Banda to just say, gotta flush it, get ready for tomorrow. Oh, okay. Do you like Banda? I know you're a Dodger fan. Do you like Banda?
I do. I think in a year where our bullpen has kind of been bad, Banda has been a pretty good, steady presence for us. You bring him in to get the lefty out, right? They pinch hit Barger, and he does not obviously get Barger out, does the exact opposite, gives up a grand slam, and for him it just hurt. I think for Dave Roberts, it's kind of a mystery as to which pitcher's going to show up on what night.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of our bullpen is not very inconsistent, but especially recently has been stressful. And then Alejandro Kirk came in with another 2-run homer, making the score 11-2 after that grand slam, and then Ohtani came up with a 2-run homer for the ending score to be 11-4. Now moving into Game 2, Dodgers did win. Dodgers fans happy about this. The World Series is now tied 1-1, but it felt like a little bit less of an exciting game than Game 2, wouldn't you say?
I think the best compliment you can give to a pitcher is when they make the game boring, and
Yeah.
that's what Yoshinobu Yamamoto did. Is he made the game boring. He was just retiring hitter after hitter for the Blue Jays, and back-to-back complete games in the playoffs. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Something we haven't seen for years.
Yeah, that's unreal. Completed the game with 1 run and then struck out 8. In the World Series, this dude's only in his second year, and he's doing this stuff. It's pretty crazy.
I'll admit, when we gave him $325 million without throwing a pitch in the MLB, I was kind of like, what are we doing? But he's been worth every cent. I can't say enough good things about him.
And it's been nice to see that finally Yamamoto is getting the run, what's the word?
Run support.
Yeah, run support that he deserves, because beginning of the season, middle of the season, he was not getting that. And it kind of looked bad for Yamamoto, even though he was the only one really putting in the effort for those games. But it's just been nice to see that the Dodgers are actually finally backing him up. And now going into the actual stats of it, Will Smith had an RBI single with Freddie Freeman scoring. Then Alejandro Kirk came in with an RBI sac fly. George Springer scored. That was their 1 run of the game. Will Smith homered in the 7th for a lead, and then Max Muncy followed with another homer. And then in the 8th, Toronto pitcher Jeff Hoffman had a wild pitch with the bases loaded, allowing Andy Pages to score. And then Will Smith with another ground out into second, but Ohtani was able to score, making the final score 5-1. So Game 3 is tonight at 5. We're back at Dodger Stadium. Glasnow versus Scherzer. Do you guys have any predictions for that game?
I think this is a game the Dodgers absolutely need to win. I know Max Scherzer, first ballot Hall of Fame level pitcher, but he really has only thrown 1 time since the start of the playoffs, and he just has not been the usual Max Scherzer that we've seen throughout his career this year. And so this is a game the Dodgers need to take back at home. Kind of started to see the bats get going a little bit in the last game. If you can get another good outing from Glasnow, the bats get going, that's when this Dodger team gets really scary and hard to beat.
Right. I was going to say, if the Dodgers don't come out here and they start hitting off Max Scherzer, then, I don't think that they're going to win. But I do feel confident that the Dodgers are going to come out and light up Max Scherzer. So, yeah.
After seeing the first 2 games, seeing the energy that has come out of both teams for the first 2 games, I know it's kind of further and it's hard to say at this point because the series is tied, but who are if you had to pick, because no matter how many games are played, Monday, our next episode we're recording, is going to be the end of the World Series. So for you guys, who do you think would be your World Series winner, if you could predict that? And in how many games?
I'm riding with my Dodgers in 6.
Well, of course.
Halloween is going to be a great night. The Dodgers are going to win the World Series, and then we're going to go have some fun later in the night.
Part of me wants to say, or all of me wants to say Toronto, but in my heart, I know the Dodgers are going to go out and win. Their roster is just completely just better, honestly.
I think it'll be Dodgers in 6. So again, Halloween. But it's been a trend of the postseason. I feel like I've said it in every episode that teams come out super confident and then don't show up, which is I think what happened in Game 1. So I think now that the Dodgers got that reality check that they needed in Game 1, I think they can pull it together. I hope. But
they're known for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Give up the first game, then go back and win 4 in a row. It's well,
all right.
you got the talent
good,
for
I
it.
guess.
So, yeah.
So that's Game 3. Game 4 and 5 will be Tuesday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. And then Game 6 and 7, if needed, will be Friday, Halloween, and Saturday at 5 p.m. But that is it for the MLB. There's only 2 games. And now moving into the NFL. Thomas, take it away.
Yeah, let's just start with saying, we'll just start with the Steeler game. I'm going on a rant. Terrell Austin, the defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you need to go, bro. It was not fun watching that game at all. No adjustments were made. You got the highest paid defense in the NFL. You're just not aggressive. Yeah. But if you could tell, the Steelers lost 35-25. But we'll go ahead. Probably the most important game Sunday. The Jets beat the Bengals 39-38. Bengals honestly choked. The Flacco heroics didn't work this week. Did you guys get to watch that game?
No.
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 When I'm looking at the games, Jets-Bengals is not the first game I'm looking at.
Yeah, you said the most important game of the week.
It made a lot of
Oh.
headlines just because Aaron Glenn's first win, Justin Fields' first win as a Jet. Yeah, high-scoring game, but yeah, the Bills came out won 40-9. James Cook over 200 yards. Yeah, he's getting it done, and Josh Allen is saving my fantasy league as usual. The Ravens win.
I feel like every time the Bills win, you say that. Someone's saving my fantasy team. Like,
He's great. Shout out Kyle, by the way.
yeah, shout out Kyle.
Back in the win column, baby. Let's go. Ravens win 30-16. Tyler Huntley is just basically Lamar Jackson, Kellogg Lamar Jackson, getting it done. They improved to 2-5. Do you guys think?
Is that really in?
Yeah. Do you guys think their season is cooked still, or?
Nah, I think Lamar will probably play this upcoming week. I would be scared for whoever they have to play. I think Lamar is going to come back motivated and on a mission. And if you look at their schedule, there's definitely a lot of winnable games left.
Right.
So I wouldn't write the Ravens off quite yet.
I wouldn't necessarily say they're cooked, but after such a slow, sad start, and because he was hurt for so long, I don't know if Lamar is like 1,000% ready to come back. He's going to be like focused and thirsty for a win, but I don't quite know if that's going to be enough yet because, yeah, Lamar's coming back, but the rest of the team was still choking the rest of these games, the rest of the previous games, I should say.
Right. And, yeah, the Broncos beat the Cowboys. That's probably the one game that you guys consider the best one of the weekend just because the Cowboys lost.
We
But
say as Maya and Ariel are right out there.
that's all right. But, yeah, Cowboys can score, but they can't stop anybody. I honestly think Bishop Gorman can go down there and, like, play with the Cowboys because, I mean, it looks real bad, honestly. But
Is that a Vegas joke?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Anyway, it was very obvious that Micah Parsons is gone, but I don't even know if he was there, if that would have made up for their.
Oh, he was there last night for the Steeler game. He was there. He was everywhere. But yeah, go ahead.
The Cowboys, I will also give it to them. They had 3 safeties, a cornerback, and a linebacker with injuries. So with an injury-riddled team, it's kind of hard to. I feel like we did that last week. Was it the Raiders where we were like, oh, they're missing someone because they're injured, but.
Yeah, they were missing Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, but
Yeah.
I mean, with that, it's next man up mentality. It's the NFL. You're pros.
That's what we said last week. Is
Right.
like even if you're injured, you're still a pro.
Right.
You should still be able to come up and make
Perform.
the effort.
Yeah.
You know. Dak Prescott also threw his first 2 interceptions since week 3. So a slow game for the Cowboys. Excuse me.
Yeah, Broncos came out, put up 44. I think that's their highest since, I think, 2021 or 22 or something like that. Bryce, you watch that game?
I did, yeah. As you said, the Cowboys defense is just laughable. It's like playing against third graders sometimes. I think this is what the Broncos needed. I mean, they're 6-2 now. You could make the argument they should be 8-0. That defense that D-line gets after every single quarterback they play, and for Bo Nix and Sean Payton, this was kind of a get-right game. You saw it kind of in the fourth quarter last week with 33 fourth-quarter points. Just something hasn't been right. Seemed like it kind of clicked at the end of last week and then looked really good this week as well. That's a scary team out of the AFC West.
And, yeah, we'll move on. Packers-Steelers. Packers win 35-25. We already went through all of that.
All right. So you want the DC fired, though. But what about Mike Tomlin? Like, we've been seeing this for years now. Is Mike Tomlin still the best guy to lead the Steelers?
No.
No?
I'll say no, honestly. Every other team has modernized their approach to opponents and stuff like that. And Mike Tomlin just comes out, yeah, the standard is the standard. And it's the same thing every week, and I'm tired of it. So, just to make the playoffs and losing the wild card every single year. So, yeah. That's all right. But Commanders, Chiefs. That's tonight, 5:15 or 5:15, I believe. Who do we got for that game? Should we say it in unison?
I'm scared for that. I mean, we could try.
3, 2, 1. Chiefs.
Okay.
What are we taking over under on that game?
I like the over. The Chiefs they're rolling lately. Commanders Marcus Mariota stepping in this week. Shout out Oregon quarterbacks. Going to be the 4th Oregon quarterback to start this week. He will have Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel out there, which is the first time we'll see both those guys playing since week 3. But the Chiefs are rolling right now on both sides of the ball. Don't see the Commanders pulling off an upset here.
Yeah, especially after whooping the Raiders last week, 31-0. They're going to go in this game with high confidence and hopefully look to win.
Yeah, I don't got much to say about that one because the two teams that I really do follow, the Rams and the Raiders, were on a bye this week, along with the Lions, the Cardinals, the Seahawks, and the Jaguars. So I think that's it for NFL. But here's another topic that I don't have much to say. Thomas,
NBA.
take it away. Yeah, take it away, Thomas. This is all you.
NBA season is back. Started on Tuesday. As of right now, these are just some of the top teams in the league right now. Lakers 2-1. Luka Doncic, 92 points through 2 games, most by a Laker all time. And then, but he'll be out with, I believe it was a finger sprain, right?
Yeah, just kind of a small issue, but the Lakers know that's their franchise.
Right. And AR-15, 51 points last night. Let's go. Let's go. Got the win against the Kings. Just stuff you love to see there. Warriors sit at 2-1 right now. Steph Curry with 16 threes already. And key role players, Al Horford, Frank Richard, that rookie, stepped up for them. Spurs, Wembanyama. There's like few words to describe this dude. 33 points a game so far. They played spoiler on their opening night against the Mavs. And then against the Pelicans, Wemby almost had a triple-double with 9 blocks. Like, what can you say?
He's ridiculous. I saw a clip of him. He's 3 blocks in a row, comes down, and then shoots like a
Hezzy pull 3.
Yeah, I was
from the logo.
That should not be 7'4" dude should not be doing that. Are we cooked like in Olympic basketball? Is France going to beat us next year? Because we won't have Braun or Steph or KD probably.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. And just the bag that Wemby will have in a year. Just the jump from his rookie year to this year. It seems that the Spurs have unlocked his full potential and are letting him do whatever he wants to. But yeah, OKC right now, defending champs, are 3-0. SGA cannot be guarded one-on-one at all. They play the Mavs tonight at 5:30. And then, the Bucks with Giannis averaging 34 points a game right now, 17 rebounds a game. He's, once again, a player you cannot guard 1v1. And then, the Nuggets, Jokic averaging 14 rebounds a game with 13 assists so far. He gets it done over there, holding down the Nuggets. But they're 1-1, I think, to start the season, which is whatever. But I think the Rockets are 0-2 to start. And a lot of us had, them favored to come out and be dominant. So
yeah, that Nuggets Warriors game was honestly probably a game of the year candidate already in the first week of the season. Curry and Aaron Gordon going back to back from deep.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought you'd be saying that? And then Curry went and said night then.
As he usually does. And then the Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards, 36 points a game so far. Excuse me. His hamstring got hurt, so he's out a couple weeks. But to wrap it up, the NBA Cup games start on Friday on Halloween. And, Miley, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for the... What? Bro, whatever. Thank you for your little NBA recap. Now going into my section, the UNLV Athletics. It was a very slow week for our Rebels. As I said, UNLV... Did I say? UNLV had a bye this week, too. So a lot of our Vegas teams were gone this week. And a lot of our UNLV Athletics, not many teams played this week. So women's golf on Monday wrapped up their Gym West Challenge, and junior Ziyu Fong, yes, and freshman Lana Yamagata finished in the top 20 in the entire competition, and the team ended in 8th. Men's tennis. I'm not even going to try with these names. Let's
hear it.
I don't even think I wrote the second one down because I couldn't say it. Like, no, I'm so sorry.
Shout out the tennis team, though.
Shout out the tennis team because, wait, I need to try. Ilya Snitari, that was like the easy one. I didn't try with the second one, is ranked 83rd nationally and seeded first in the event. So he had improved to 10-0. And then UNLV will be sending 2 players to the NCAA Singles Championship for the first time in nearly 3 decades after both Rebels won their semifinal match at the 2025 ITA Mountain Region Men's Tennis Championships.
There we go.
Shout out the tennis team.
I believe, you know what's funny is the other player that I can't pronounce his name. It's also Ilya. It's his last name that I can't pronounce. But in his match, I think he was he upset the other player. He was ranked a lot lower than him. So congrats to our UNLV Rebels men's tennis. And then also Monday, our men's golf finished up their tournament with junior Ryan Abuan, who Ricky interviewed, I believe, 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, we put it in the episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He tied for 5th with a career best tying score of 8 under 208 for the tournament. And their team finished in 7th. And then we took a little break, and then on October 23rd, women's volleyball unfortunately fell to Boise State, 2 sets to 3 sets. Men's soccer tied against Utah Valley, and freshman Bryce Allred scored twice, with the second goal that gave him the team lead in goals with 4 and points with 9. Also, sophomore Manolo Vasquez also scored. And with their team, before their game, they honored all of their seniors. So it was like their senior game. Then October 25th, women's volleyball fell again to Utah State 1-3, but libero Callie King is 121 digs away from becoming the 7th member of the 1,000 dig club in UNLV history. So
shout out the volleyball team.
And then October 26th, women's soccer tied 2-2 against New Mexico. UNLV seniors Sarah Martinez and Cadence Whitley both scored, which again is fitting because their seniors were also honored. So that was nice. And then men's soccer lost 1-3 against San Jose. And today's the 27th, right?
Yep.
Yeah, today's the 27th. So we're recording this on the Monday. Women's golf will be starting their next tournament, which is called the Clash at Boulder Week. Our UNLV Lady Rebels basketball also had their annual Spooktacular this weekend, which is a open practice where they had a bunch of like Halloween events. A lot of people were able to come and see. I'm pretty sure.
Right, they got media coverage.
Yeah.
And yeah, I forget who it was, but yeah, they went.
Yes. Someone from our Rebel Sports Network went and covered it. So I'm really looking forward to the Lady Rebels basketball this year. Now they've, what is it, 3? 3-peat?
Yeah, hold on. Let's pull out the sports article. Yeah, I wrote something in the school newspaper. Lindy LaRocque is back.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
Contract got extended.
Yes. But yeah, check it out if you're on campus. You'll see my article in there.
What are your guys' hopes for the Lady Rebels basketball this year?
I hope that they can make the tournament. They've been Mountain West champions, I believe 3 times now, but still yet no national championship. But yeah, Lindy LaRocque has them playing at an exceptional level. I believe she's 128-30, which is crazy in her tenure so far. So yeah.
Yeah, picked to win the Mountain West again in the media poll, and just hoping that the Lady Rebels can continue their dominance in the Mountain West and get that much needed tournament win that they've been looking for the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the Lady Rebels have been so powerful within the past couple years, I'm hoping to have an episode. I know we've talked about this, having an episode upcoming where we talk about the Lady Rebels are so much stronger than the Runnin' Rebels, but they don't get nearly as much attention as the men do. So I'm hoping to have an episode covering that, and maybe, hopefully, talk to Lindy LaRocque. That would be cool.
That would be crazy. I would love that. Though.
Yeah, that's so. No promises. We'll get there when we get there. But I really
just wait on it.
Is that going to be a clip that we're going to end up using?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, moving on to our UNLV football. They had a bye week, and I really hope that they took this bye week to fix some much needed mistakes. Bryce, I know that you were passionate about this when we were planning up this episode. We talked a little bit about the defense.
Yeah, the defense has not been anything what we were hoping coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of Rebels fans had hope, right? We're seeing transfers from SEC schools. We're like, okay, this is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to carry what Barry Odom kind of built, and we're 6-1, so I don't want to be too harsh on the team, but the defense is just bad. I mean, it doesn't matter who we play. We're always in a close game.
Mm-hmm.
Our offense is putting up 30-plus points a game, and our defense is just not where it needs to be right now.
I think when we were talking about it, I know I mentioned it in a previous episode, that our defense specifically seems to be playing down to whoever they're playing against, or just not showing up, like with Boise. So you're right. I don't want to be too harsh about it, but we mentioned it last week that Boise really highlighted the mistakes that we've been kind of hiding just because they've been winning. So, Thomas, what do you have to say about the defense? Because you mentioned the offense isn't the issue. It's the defense. So what are you not seeing from the defense that you'd like to see?
Right. It seems like their mentality is, the best defense is better offense, but you can't have that. You have to be a well-balanced team, especially if you want to make the NCAA playoff, the college football playoff. But, they're kind of a far away from that right now.
Mm-hmm.
But, they just need to be a balanced football team, and you're not really getting that. I believe the lowest they have allowed this season was against Wyoming, which was 17 points. But they give up around 33 points a game, and they just need their leaders to step up. Jake Pope, Marcel McDuffie, they've been holding it down a little bit. But I feel like after this bye week, those guys really shaped them to hopefully have a good game at home, coming back at home after the bye.
Excuse me. So this week, we will be playing, our UNLV football will be playing against the New Mexico Lobos. So the New Mexico team is currently 5-3 overall, 2-2 conference play, and 1-3 away. So their schedule has been, they lost to Michigan 37-17. They beat Idaho State 32-22. They beat UCLA 35-10. They beat New Mexico State, 38-20. And then San Jose beat them 35-28. Boise State beat them 41-25. And then they just recently beat UNR 24-22. So if you calculate all of their away games, which was Michigan, UCLA, San Jose, and Boise, they have an average points per game of 26.25 away. UNLV has an average points per game of 39.67.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Bless you. Points per game home. So when you look at the predictions that people are making, and the point spread versus predictions, people are automatically predicting that the game is going to be closer than the point spread. Because if you're going just based off the points per game, it seems like it'd be a easy win for the Rebels, basically. But, Bryce, I know you were saying that we don't win by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, every game has been high stress so far,
Mm-hmm.
just close games. And you see a lot of actually similar non-conference opponents with Idaho State and UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these two teams are you should be able to kind of see how they match up well. For UNLV, it's what we've been saying. They got to stop the run. They gave up 294 yards on the ground to Boise State last week. When two of your top three tacklers are safeties, that means you're having a lot of busts in coverage, and just running backs are getting through the line, getting past the linebackers and deep into the safety, which is just so ultimately. I mean, it's just going to come down to can UNLV get stops.
Mm-hmm.
And we're 12-4 at home in the last 3 years, so you'd like to think we could continue being a good home team, but we will see.
Right, like what you said. When you're leading tacklers or safeties, your front seven is not getting it done, and they need to get it done because they're going to be in for it with two running backs for New Mexico State that scored against their last matchup, their last matchup with UNR. So.
Last?
Mm-hmm. They played Utah State last week, and then UNR the week before that.
Oh, I don't have that one written. Anyway, it really just does come down to if UNLV defense can get it together. Because ideally, we should beat New Mexico. And, well, what are your guys' predictions on that? On the score and who do you think will win?
It'll most likely be high scoring again. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking about how the defense needs to be better, but I wouldn't bet on it, to be honest. I'm going high-scoring game, probably UNLV by 3 or, one score win like we've been seeing most of the year.
Right, maybe like a 30-26 kind of ball game. UNLVW, of course. Never doubt the football team, but yeah.
Yeah, because when I doubt them, they win.
Yeah.
Maybe I should doubt them.
There we go. Yeah.
No. See, we were just talking about this with the Dodger game.
Yes.
So going back to the Dodger game really quick, I can't watch. If I watch, they don't do good. And he has to watch.
They're undefeated when I watch. I've watched almost every game, so me and Miley figured out the formula for the Dodgers winning the World Series.
I can't watch tonight, and he has to watch. So, I don't know. I think...
So what happens when you can't watch it at all? Or you always make time to watch it?
Usually, I'm like, how can I build my work schedule around this? But I do miss a game here and there. We're gonna miss game 4, but that's the only game we're missing. That puts us right on a 4-2 victory on Halloween, just like I said. So
yeah, you didn't watch game 1, huh?
I did not, no.
And I did. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
So so if the Dodgers lose game 4, you guys can blame Bryce.
Yep. I'll take it.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up for this week. It was a bit of a shorter episode just because so many of our Vegas teams were not able to play this week. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bryce, for coming on this episode. We really enjoyed having you on. And that's been it. I'm your host, Miley Palacios.
And I'm Thomas Gabo. Have a safe week. Be safe on Halloween night. And yeah, Bryce, take us out.
Thank you for watching. Go Rebs.
Go Reds.
Go
Dodgers. Come on.